Ken Bulkey, in Not Vegas. How important is it to get offense from the third line, especially from Alex?
Yeah, they were great tonight. They had an outstanding game, and Taki had 2 real nice goals, one in the net hard, and that's the way he plays when he plays a top game. And well, it's important. I don't care who scores, and I don't think anybody does this time of the year, but it was important that we got some goals tonight from those guys.
Jesse Granger, Las Vegas Sun. You've talked about it before. It seems like every game this year, whether it was regular season or when you really needed a good performance and it was a big game, this team has showed up. What do you think it is about this team? Is there something you've noticed that's different from past teams you've had that they're able to play their best when they need it?
No, I think they get disappointed when the other night, like I said, we played okay, but it wasn't good enough to win, and you're not going to win many games in the playoffs if you don't play your best hockey. And tonight we came out for 50 minutes and played our best hockey. Really set the tone, and then we got into some penalty trouble at the end there and give them a chance to get back in the game, and they got back in the game, and fortunately for us, we scored in the empty net, but we got to make sure, in playoffs, you got to make sure you're playing for 60 minutes, and we played a great 50, but the last time wasn't too good.
Coach Alan Snell here with ldsportsbiz.com on the side here. Seems like you pushed all the right buttons in terms of the line combinations tonight. Can you talk a little about the rationale and strategy behind the moves?
Just some hungry guys ready to play, and I want competitive guys in there playing tonight. And when you lose a game, sometimes you go through with your coaching staff and you look around and say, you know what, Lindbergh's been really good in practice, working hard. Carpenter's, he's a good player for us all year long. He missed a couple of games here, and then Spiza was due to get back in their lineup sooner or later. So I thought all of them performed really well tonight, and it was a good night for them.
Paul Gackle, San Jose Mercury News. There's been a lot made of the Sharks setting picks in the offensive zone and things of that nature. Were you pleased to see the interference call on Thomas Turtle? How did you see that call?
You know what? We talk about different things all the time in penalties, and again, I say it all the time. I mean, there's some goals that I thought shouldn't have counted because of some penalties, and then there's some plays, and it's tough calls for the referee. There's a part of our game where you can't call them all, but when there's opportunities where you set guys free and give them scoring chances, then you got to call those plays. And like I said, they're tough calls. They're really tough calls, and San Jose's a great cycle team. I'm not saying they do all the picks, but they're a great cycle team, and they go hard to the net, and that's what they do real well, and they're tough to defend. And sometimes you hope when those little interference penalties are there, they got to call them. And like I said, I don't know. There was one tonight, I guess.
Chris and then Steve.
Chris Chapman, Fox Sports Radio. The other night, you guys give up a goal at the end of the period, but 5 seconds ago tonight, you score one late. Just how big of a goal was that tonight, and how much momentum do you think that gave you guys going into the second period?
Yeah, I think that was a huge goal. James Neal's goal late in the period was good for us, and because I thought we played a real good period. If we wouldn't have scored, I was still happy with the way we played. We competed, we battled hard, we had lots of good chances to score, so it was a huge goal for us.
So Steve Carr from the Review Journal, what made the forecheck so much more effective time? Was it just a matter of effort? Or
Effort, and like I said, it's the same thing they did to us the other night. When you guys when there's 20 guys working and competing and skating hard, and you get a group of guys forechecking, it's going to be real good. And I think that's what you see tonight from our group. And we weren't happy with their effort the other night, and that's the biggest thing when teams work hard and compete hard. And I'm sure going back to the next game in San Jose, you're going to see their best effort, and we got to do the same thing. We got to make sure we play the same way as we played tonight.
We know that Shank Bang Hockey Buzz. We know that San Jose has a bit of an aggressive penalty kill. Can you talk about how important it was on Alex's power play goal, the short little passes to stretch out their PK and opening up those seams?
Yeah, no, I mean, when you play teams, well, this is 5 games in a row now, so you get to know some of their tendencies. They know some of our tendencies in power play and PK. So, Tucky got to the front of the net tonight. I thought he did a good job screening. Then he found those plays, the short little play in front of the net. So, like I said, you go over video all the time and you watch those plays and you hope they work sometimes, and it worked tonight for him.
Gerard, were you waiting for a good timing to get Earl back with Paul in Neil?
No, just wanted to change some lines up and wanted to get some, so Tucky plays a lot of different places for us. He plays left wing and right wing, and we thought we'd give that a try tonight. And like I said, Perron and those guys played together a lot, so we thought the lines worked pretty good tonight overall.
Michael Russo, The Athletic. Gerard, Alex talked, where's the ceiling for him, and how important was it to get him maybe away from some of their D tonight and change kind of the matchups for him?
Yeah, no, Tucky was great tonight, and like you said, some of the matchups were different for him, and I thought that line was excellent. I thought Lindbergh played really good and had a lot of chances. Eakin was probably his best game. You know, he played solid hockey both ways, and Tucky, when he used that speed against some of those D, he gets an opportunity. And it was his best game by far tonight, and his ceiling's pretty good. I mean, he's a 22-year-old kid, and if he continues to work and play hard and compete every night, you know, I don't know where he's going to be, but he's a good hockey player.
Take a couple more, Ken.
Was William Carrier injured in the game, and are you expecting him for Game 6?
He left the game, and he's basically day-to-day, so I'm not sure if he's, you know, I'm hoping for Game 6, but I don't know yet.
Coach, Willie Ramirez with the Associated Press, over here to your left. Talk about the speed, you talked about the scoring, Fleury was great, but what about your team's composure tonight? San Jose, once again, trying to get under their skin and sort of goat your guys into those scrums, but they really kept their composure the best they could, and to stay without taking those silly penalties. Yeah, no, for the most part, we're real good. I mean, like, again, it doesn't matter what San Jose is going to do. We got to make sure we're doing playing discipline, playing smart, and we got away from it a little bit with, you know, I mean, I didn't like James Neal's penalty, the slashing penalty, and Neely's played great hockey for us, but that opened the door for them to get back in the hockey game, and you can't do that. You got to play hard, you got to play smart, and if they play a little chippy, make sure you're playing chippy against them too. You got to, you know, without taking penalties, you got to do the same thing. And I thought we played hard. I thought we played a real competitive game today.
Two more, Jesse, and then finish with Chris.
Is this the most confident team you've coached?
They're confident. They feel good about themselves. I mean, like I said, last game wasn't a great game, and they knew they had to rebound tonight. And they, again, they started that game tonight, and the crowd was unbelievable, and we played good hockey. So it's a good group. It's a confident group, but we're not a cocky group. We're an overconfident group. We just come to work and try and do our job the best we can, and hopefully that's good enough to win.
Coach, on the Pavelski penalty, did you have an opportunity to take a look at the Brett Burns hit on Ryan Carpenter, and what were your thoughts on it?
I didn't, to be honest with you. No.